Hey there, crypto traders and investors. It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best crypto community and the channel that was created by a retail investor for retail investors. Today is Tuesday. It's October 15th. Hope you're well. In this video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin. We're going to take a look at the LTC chart and some breaking news. ETF filing was announced through Canary. We're going to discuss all that and more. And essentially, this is just something that we expected, right? If there was one for Bitcoin and it's a fork of Bitcoin, it's pretty much to be expected. This is something I've held in my portfolio for a while now. And everybody's saying, why are you holding LTC? It's a dead coin. Well, why is anybody holding Ethereum Classic? There's been tons of gains in that one as well, right? It's just speculation. And in my opinion, Litecoin, just a faster version of Bitcoin. And in the next alt season, we're going to see multiple coins in alts kind of, run to all-time highs, and whether it's warranted or not, that's, beyond my concern. I'm not risking my life savings or anything like that in Litecoin. It's a decent size in my portfolio. I'd say it's probably around 5 to 10% of my whole my whole crypto portfolio. And I'm very big on MJ in this channel, but my largest crypto holding dwarfs my entire MJ portfolio holding percentage-wise, in terms of dollar-wise, right? So in terms of dollars. And at the end of the day, I'm not here to be tribalistic. I'm not here to be religious of any one token or any one stock. I'm here to make money. And I think that, Litecoin is it's a no-brainer, right? If Bitcoin is a non-security and then there's going to be an ETF for that, why wouldn't there be one for Litecoin? There's going to be baskets, which we're going to be discussing more on that in this video as well. But before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And as always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or rate. And I do own Litecoin, as I mentioned. You can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. So here was the news that broke today, and I was looking at the Litecoin chart this morning. I mentioned it to Pow Group private members that we should see some news. We were up over 10% in a couple of hourly candles. I said, where there's more than likely some sort of news. And then sure enough, Eleanor Tourette came out and said Canary Files has officially filed for an S1 with the SEC for an LTC ETF. Canary is a new crypto investment firm launched by Valkyrie Funds founder Stephen McClurg. And they also just recently filed an ETF for XRP. And then there was some additional news. Watcher Guru says just in. And then also Grayscale relaunched their XRP Trust, which is usually like the first step to an ETF. And then this was just from 3:05 p.m. today, Mountain Time. Just in, Grayscale files to convert its digital large cap fund, which contains BTC, ETH, SOL, XRP, AVAX into an ETF, right? So there's going to be baskets. There's going to be, multiple indices, I guess, if you will, right? And there's going to be, top 50, top 10, top 100, top 200. Think of the S&P 500, right? There's going to be this, and Larry Fink from BlackRock said that Bitcoin in itself and crypto is its own asset class, right? We've already known that. Like, this is something Kevin O'Leary said, right? This is not new information. They're just late to the party. We've known this for years. It's just we didn't have TradFi, traditional finance, come out and say it until now, right? So if you've been living under a rock, well then, okay, maybe you're privy to this news, but this is not new information. We've known this for multiple years if you've been following any kind of this, this channel or the industry, right? Well, we'll take a look at Litecoin here on the chart. On the monthly time frame, we're looking pretty good here. We're looking for a monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, which has only ever happened once in history. And you can see what happened last time that happened. Price, when it crossed, went from about $60 all the way up to $413. And here we are sitting at 71, and we're close to seeing that cross. So by the time these cross, who knows, we could be at 80, 90, $100. And then we could go as high as, in my opinion, the 3.618 or the 4.618, which is a nice Fibonacci extension level to be targeting, something similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum, which they did in their previous bull runs. 3.618, 4.618, very doable, which Ethereum and Bitcoin both hit their 3.618. So if we did that, something similar on Litecoin, that'd mean a $1,448 LTC price. And that would mean, in terms of percentage from current levels to the 3.618, that would mean in terms of percentage about 20x from here. So $1,000 into about $20,000 in return. $1,000 investment into about $20,000. So it's looking pretty good at the moment in terms of the weekly time frame. You can see we're in a nice weekly uptrend with our low, high, higher, low, and higher high, higher, low, and higher high. EMA 12 and 26 bull cross lining up on the weekly time frame as well. So this is multiple confluences shaping up to basically show the exact same result, right? Basically up and to the right, number go up. If we take a look at Litecoin on the weekly time frame here, we just had a MACD bull cross on the weekly time frame. We're set to close above the 10-week moving average this week, and we're still bullish, although we're starting to go the other way here on the stochastic, but still bullish nonetheless. If we take a look at their weekly moving averages, we do have the 50 weekly to contend with. It is approaching at $74.42. The key ones to get over is going to be the 200 weekly there at 107.28. And then we could be gearing up for a 50 and a 200 weekly moving average bull cross. If that happens, expect new all-time highs. It's probably going to be at least, I would say, a couple of months, though, before we see that happen. And that lines up with, the elections here 3 weeks away. I think we're going to see a blow-off top into the end of the year, probably slight spillage into 2025. And then it's going to be probably a multi-year bear market. But we're also gearing up for a golden cross on the daily time frame. You can see the 50-day moving average sitting at $65 and change, and the 200-day moving average at $74 and change. If we see those cross, that's called a golden cross, with the 50 and the 200-day crossing when the shorter term is below the longer term. In this case, the daily 50 and 200 moving average, that's called a golden cross. We just had a death cross with the 50 shorter term above the longer term, the 200-day. When that happens, it's a death cross. You can see we had tons of downside as a result. Now we're going the other way, where we're going to expect tons of upside in a golden cross scenario. So this is looking really good. And like I said, if we just zoom out to the monthly time frame and do something what Ethereum and Bitcoin have already done, it's just a laggard, right? There's leaders and laggards in the space. If we hit $1,448, that would mean we hit the 3.618 extension, which Bitcoin and Ethereum have already done from their bear market lows of 2019. And we could even hit the 4.618, which would bring us just under $2,000 at $1,842. So again, I'm not a religious believer of Litecoin. I'm not here holding Litecoin. It's not, I'm not going to hold every single coin that I have until death do us part. I'm not here. It's not a religion. It's not, I'm marrying this coin. It's the fact that it's a fork of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has got all of this adoption, and, it's truly the banker's coin now. And, at the end of the day, it's just a fork of Bitcoin. So why shouldn't it kind of follow in that footsteps, right? So in my opinion, we're going to see a Litecoin ETF. We're going to see Litecoin ETF followed by, we already have Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it's going to be followed by XRP. I think that's a good chance that one happens next. Solana, maybe. The SEC has already deemed that one a security, so maybe they're going to battle that one out in court. AVAX, so Avalanche. There's going to be so many, right? There's going to be baskets and baskets and baskets. And at the end of the day, none of these tokens are securities, right? They're commodities. Obviously there might be some tokens out there, some crypto tokens out there that are securities, but I'm not a securities lawyer. But at the end of the day, they just don't resemble securities, right? And we're going to see crypto continue to dominate the mainstream media. It's going to continue to dominate and proliferate all of the economy. We're going to see the internet of value, the internet of information, and it's not just going to be one crypto. It's going to be multiple cryptos, right? There's going to be not just one coin to rule them all, contrary to popular belief, whatever everybody will tell you, right? Who was it? It was David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple. It's going to take the whole ecosystem to change finance, right? The whole financial system is not just going to be revolutionized by one project. It's going to take the whole ecosystem. And we are on the cusp, right? Just look at all this positive momentum. ETFs, left, right, and center. All these companies left, right, and center adopting it. These big billionaires right across the globe. Elon Musk, right? There's so much brewing here. And, Trump launching its own platform and coin and DeFi token. There's so much happening behind the scenes. I don't think anybody really understands what's coming. And you have to remember what makes the world go round. It's money, right? Power, and money is power. And at the end of the day, the financial system has not been upgraded. If you look at all the other, technology advancements in the world today, the finance system and SWIFT network, etc., is just so antiquated. It's just dinosaur technology, and it has to be augmented. It has to be innovated. And we're on the cusp of that, and we're watching it right in front of our very eyes. So be grateful that we're here. This is only going to ever happen once. It's a Bretton Woods moment, And we're going to see the whole financial system revolutionize. And with SpaceX, basically financial inclusion, unbanked or underbanked. There's about 2 billion people in the world. And we're going to bring them into the new financial system just because they have a cell phone, right? We're not replacing money. We're not replacing currency. We're replacing banking as we know it. And we're getting rid of those high exorbitant fees. And we're going to be charging less than a penny per fee. And then everybody with a cell phone will be able to participate. And especially with the help of Starlink, which Elon Musk is giving out for free to some parts of the economy and parts of the world that are under either, just some sort of natural disaster distress, or who knows, maybe some sort of geopolitical stress, or maybe just some sort of financial distress. So exciting times ahead. Going in at there, though, it's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you again in the next video.